What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I just want to give my really quick thoughts on Secret Invasion now that the show has had its run. It ended as of last Wednesday, and I just want to talk about it. So if you are new here, please like this video, share it around, and hit that subscribe button. Secret Invasion. I didn't hate it, but I did not love it. Now, it started off very strong. I was getting the impression that it was going to be like a really intense spy thriller. It's average at best. I think that they tried to do Secret Invasion too late into the game. I honestly think that this would have worked as a film earlier on. If they restructure things a bit, if they could, and I fully get it. They couldn't introduce certain characters at a certain time. I don't know why they waited so late to introduce Captain Marvel and the Skrulls, but I feel as if that this could have worked if you still had access to those other characters. It also could have worked better as a feature-length film and not a 6-episode miniseries, to where you have to keep trying to cram stuff in or let things hit the cutting room floor. I think Gravik was a great villain starting out. That very first episode where he kept shifting into the different people that we saw watching Nick Fury, and then ultimately fridging. Yes, they fridged Maria Hill in the very first episode. Dumb choice, by the way. I love Maria Hill. I wish there was a way to bring her back, but I guess she's gone. Sucks. Yeah, it really does suck. They fridged her. That cemented him as a no nonsense villain. But in the end of the last episode, you were killed by another Super Skrull. You were killed by Gaia. Fairly easy. It just seemed too easy, and it just seemed like you were doing a whole lot of whining the entire time. You just became obsessed with killing for the sake of killing. Like I didn't really see your purpose. Like, you just hated Fury and you wanted Fury dead, so you're going to try to do all of this, start this war with Russia and yada. You're strategically placing these Skrulls in different places of power for your own good, but ultimately, where did that get you? Nowhere. Like I said, started off as a great villain. I would like to remember him as what he started off as, because, well, you ended off as a dud. Weren't afraid to kill your own people. I think that worked against you because nobody really trusted you at the end of the day. Even when they tried to stage the coup and assassinate him, like, he took all the Skrulls down. He was the very first Super Skrull. The fact that you let Gaia, aka at the time Fury, bait you into getting both of you in there, which I get, it was smart. He didn't know that she wasn't dead. He didn't know that she had already, injected herself, with the Super Skrull serum, giving her, group powers at the time. And whoever else was on that list, it was a few people. It wasn't the Harvest just yet. I thought that was dumb because that whole conversation was meant for Fury, so Fury didn't hear any of that. Fury didn't have any of that conversation. I think, honestly, that whole thing could have worked better if maybe Fury was actually there and then Gaia came in later. But honestly, that's just me. I also think they dropped the ball with Fury's wife. Yes, they had some amazing scenes together, but since this is our first time meeting her and we never knew that she even existed, a lot of stuff left on the cutting room floor. They should have explored the fact that she betrayed him. They did not explore that at all. At all. And, we've been with Fury since Iron Man. No, since the Hulk, I believe. I don't know. It's been a long time. I was still a kid. We've been with this version of Nick Fury for a long time. We knew nothing about a wife. Nothing about it. Other things we knew nothing about. How much Fury changed, and when he came back, they talked about it. We never saw it. They did a lot of talking but no showing, and I get it. You have to cut things for time, but they could have handled that a lot better. The stupid president. I see why he's getting replaced. What president is going to ask his Secret Service to give up his gun? First of all, why did they have a Secret Service member out there with a broken arm? They're trying to get the president out the room, so they wheel him out in his bed. You don't put him in a wheelchair because that would be easier to maneuver through a hallway. That hallway seemed very bland to me anyway. You could tell this was filmed during the pandemic. You could tell it was filmed kind of cheaply. I don't care what they say the budget is for. What the budget is. I mean, it did not look good at all. And I ultimately think that instead of having Nick Fury at the hospital to save that idiot president, they could have had him there trying to help Gaia. I would have felt better if the hero, the main protagonist of the show, ultimately defeated the villain. I think that Nick could have figured out a way to have taken out Gravik. He's supposed to be this ultimate super spy. We don't see that. Yeah, he told the president that what he did in that press conference is what one-term presidents do. You declared all-out war on aliens. You got people getting killed left and right in the street, innocent people. Yeah, that leads into Captain America: A Brave New World. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. It could have just been handled better. Ultimately, I give Secret Invasion a good 5 out of 10, and it pains me to say that because I had high hopes for this show. Ultimately, a lot of the Marvel shows have been hit or miss because the old Disney CEO just wanted to keep forcing them out without them being fully ready. We saw that and yes, I enjoyed She-Hulk, but the CGI was hit or miss. I enjoyed Miss Marvel. I enjoyed a lot of these shows. Hawkeye. Hopefully Echo is not a dud. I enjoyed these shows, but at the end of the day, Secret Invasion is just not at the top of my list. I don't think it ever will be at the top of my list. I almost forgot. Pay the writers and the actors. Please. If you want to make stuff better, pay them. Stop being cheap. It's irritating. Pay them. Like I said, it should have been a film. It was so much that could have been done better, but they dropped the ball. The best thing about this show was Samuel L. Jackson and his commitment. The chemistry that he had with the actress that played his wife, with Priscilla. Excuse me, her name is escaping me right now. She played Will Smith's aunt in the original Fresh Prince. The chemistry that they had together was impeccable. I love seeing her and Gaia's interaction. But Gaia, you cast Emilia Clarke to basically sit there and stare off into space half the time. She had no purpose in this. She started off as a villain. She flipped really easily to help her father. Her father dies. You don't really see her mourning her father really at all. In my opinion, you don't see that at all. And then boom, she's a Super Skrull. The fake out death just to have her father die in the next episode was also stupid. I'm just going to say it was also stupid because I knew they were going to do something like that, along the lines of that. Yeah. I mean, I was more interested in some of these younger Skrulls that were joining Gravik that Gravik ultimately, killed off. Could have saw more with them. Talos. I loved Talos, however you want to say it. Ben Mendelsohn is a gem. I'm mad they killed him off. I loved his character. Why couldn't we get a flashback to when how his wife died? You tell us, but you don't show us. I wanted to see that. Lost stuff on the cutting room floor. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know where they went wrong, behind the scenes. It had to be a lot of reshoots. Not calling in the Avengers. I mean, I get why, because the Skrulls copy their powers, but that was a big part of the comic book. Skrulls being implemented in some of these heroes. Finding out that some people were taken. You could have found out that Sharon Carter, instead of her being the power broker, that could have been a Skrull. You could have explained that a long time ago. You could have had Maria Hill be a Skrull the entire time. Several characters that could have been a Skrull, except for you pick Rhodey. And then when you wake him up, yes, it seems like it's the Rhodey that was injured back in Civil War. It's that Rhodey. Instead of waking up and saying, where's Tony, yada, yada, you could have had him find out right then and there. You have him wake up and you just have Ross say, how long have you been down here? Man, how long have you been down here? Did they take you after Wakanda Forever or during Wakanda Forever? We don't find out any of this stuff. We need to, but we don't. I mean, at this point, it may seem like I'm just rambling, but I was really disappointed. I was let down. 5 out of 10, guys. 5 out of 10. And I'm sure it's other things that will pop into my head. I'm sure it's things that you all have to say. Let me know down below in the comment section. Like I said, if you are new here, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video around. Hopefully Loki season 2 brings back that MCU TV show magic. Check you guys later.